Welcome to the LC Global Change Talks and our important topic, organizational resilience and change capabilities. I'm so happy to be able to welcome Dr. Marie Sonnet. Dr. Marie Sonnet is a fellow of the Institute for Social Innovation, and even more so, Dr. Sonnet is the co-editor of a monograph on organizational resilience. Dr. Marie Sonnet, welcome to the LC Global Change Talks. I'm so happy to have you.
Dr. Jacoby, it is awesome to be with you today to talk about a really important topic, I think.
Oh, absolutely. It's important, but it's also, as we discovered in our pre-conversations, almost controversially discussed. So if you don't mind, I'd like to get started by asking the question, what exactly are we talking about when we say organizational resilience? What's your perspective on this?
Well, it's a great question. And one of the things I found out early was that there are many definitions, which contributes to the complexity and to the controversy that you mentioned. So part of the challenge is sorting through those definitions and deciding which applies to the challenge you are trying to solve. I noticed that the definitions, maybe 20 of them that I found, fell into categories, but the largest the two main categories were those definitions that deal with outcomes or results and those definitions that do with capacity or readiness. And in my work, I was more interested in how do we build capacity and readiness for change and challenge. You need both, you learn from both, but I wanted to focus. So the definition that I chose to work with and that I think is very provocative is that resilience capacity is a readiness for change and adversity that's built up as people work together in an organization, and it allows them to respond to planned and unplanned change in a way that allows for the restoration or the restoration of function or the retention of function, but it also allows for inventiveness in the moment of change, and most especially for learning that can be used the next time there is a challenge. So that readiness, that vital readiness that's built up over time is something I'm really interested in.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing the two broader types of definitions with us, the capability building and the outcome. So you mentioned the capability building and how it builds over time. I do think our audience would also be very interested in the outcome. What do we get out of it as an organization? And I do think one of the most wonderful things that an organization can get out of the capability building around organizational resilience is actually that the organization can advance as a whole. So you do get a whole lot of learning and advancement out of it. And as such, when you focus on organizational resilience, you can advance as an organization in the way you're organizing for your success as a whole. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. In fact, the literature has now stopped discussing resilience as a bounce back capability, as bouncing back, because bouncing back involves a closed system. We're going to go back. No, we're going to move forward because we are going to learn. We're going to innovate. We're going to invent in the moment, perhaps, as we wrestle with changing circumstances. And then we're going to have learning, shared learning, that's going to move us forward. So most definitely, you are in the stream of current thinking that we're moving forward. We're not bouncing back to a prior condition. We may never be the same after certain circumstances, and that's a good thing. That can be a very good thing.